Hey fam, how's it going? Speed Duel Bro here, and in today's video we have Steam Gyroid Control. Let's go. For the skill card we have Fusion Party. For monster lineup we have 3 Steamroid, 3 Gyroid, 2 Drillroid, and 1 Submarine Roid. And then for spells we have 3 Book of Moon and 1 Polymerization. And then for the traps we have 3 Emergeroid Call, 3 Floodgate Trap Hole, and 2 Widespread Ruin. And then for the extra deck we have 3 Steam Gyroid, Star of the Deck, and 3 Super GYROID Jumbo Drill. How to win / strategies. Now before we go over the game plan fam, the only thing that we need to remember is Fusion Party has been errated. Instead of allowing us to fusion summon for free, we have to discard 1 card, okay? So just remember that part. Now that that's out of the way, the main strategy fam for this deck is very simple. It's all about getting Steam Gyroid out onto the field because we have a very powerful trap card for the Roids, and that is Emergeroid Call. And what this does is it basically negates everything that the opponent does except summons and attacks. And it has some extra utility if ever we get the Emergeroid Call into the graveyard. We can banish it and get another Roid in our graveyard and add it to our hand, so that's always good. Now you're probably asking, why did I go with Steam Gyroid? Well fam, it's because Steam Gyroid, out of all the Roids that we have that Konami gave us right now, Steam Gyroid is the easiest one to summon, and not only that, the materials that compose of Steam Gyroid, well, they're actually pretty functional. You know, Steamroid has the potential to become 2300 attack, which is very capable of running over a lot of stuff. And then we have Gyroid here, wherein we can actually sit and wait and stall on it because it takes 2 attacks for it to be destroyed. So yeah, we can actually do something with these Roids. But what happens fam if we don't open up ideally, meaning we don't have the fusion materials and we don't have the trap card in our hand? Well, we anticipate that fam. The deck's been built in a way that even if we don't open up the ideal hand, we can still hold our own because we're running very powerful trap cards in Floodgate Trap Hole and Widespread Ruin. Now when we have Floodgate Trap Hole and we incorporate Drillroid, it's time for Drillroid to go to work, baby. Clean up that defense field. And not only that fam, we're also running Book of Moon. So between Floodgate, Trap Hole, and Book of Moon, we have many tries to just shut down the opponent's monster and put it in defense. And then the Widespread Ruin fam, it's just more so to protect our resources because I don't want my Gyroid getting DD Warrior Ladied. Because the sooner we can get to Steam Gyroid, the better, because once we have Steam Gyroid, we can definitely lock down the opponent with our powerful Emergeroid Call. But as you can see fam, this deck is very easy to pilot. It's very simple and straightforward. And of course, the ideal way to play it is to have Steam Gyroid and Emergeroid Call first turn or going second, you know, as soon as possible. But even if we don't open the ideal hand, we'll be able to grind it out with the opponent because of all the other support cards that we're running in this deck. And thank goodness that Steam Gyroid's components are actually pretty functional. Card analysis. The skill card Fusion Party. As with any fusion deck fam, Fusion Party is very essential, but just don't forget the new errata states that we have to discard 1 card now before fusion summoning. But all in all, I still appreciate Fusion Party for what it is. You know, thanks to Fusion Party, we don't have to run multiple copies of Polymerization, which can be also a dead card sometimes, you know. And then we play the 3 Steamroid and the 3 Gyroid, obviously because we want to see Steam Gyroid as soon as possible. But I really do appreciate that Steam Gyroid's components are actually functional because with Steamroid, we can actually run over stuff. And then with Gyroid, we can actually sit and stall for a little bit. And then we play the 2 Drillroid and the 1 Submarine Roid. Now the reason why fam I'm running a low monster count is because I just obviously wanted more space for other spells and traps, right? Now the reason why there's 2 Drillroids is because Drillroid actually has good synergy in this deck because of Book of Moon and Floodgate Trap Hole. And if you really wanted to, fam, you could take out the submarine roid and put in that third drill roid, but I wanted to have access to the jumbo drill if ever. And most of the time, fam, it's just good to have versatility in the deck because coincidentally, the roids, their greatest asset is that they're highly adaptable to whatever the situation may be. And by the way, if you haven't watched my The Roids Are Alright deck profile, go check that out and you'll see just how adaptable the roids truly are. And then we play the 3 Book of Moon. As you all know, fam, Book of Moon is universal utility at its finest. We can shut down the opponent's monster and we can dodge the opponent's back row. And then we play the 1 copy of Polymerization. Now I think, fam, most fusion decks, they'll run just that 1 extra copy because, you know, you want to be able to fusion summon twice, not just once. And then we play 3 of GYROID Call. This is the main star of the deck along with Steam GYROID, obviously. But the fact that we'll be able to just negate anything that the opponent will do except summon or attacks, being able to negate most of the stuff is extremely powerful. And I just wanted to build a deck wherein it's really all about lockdown control. So really, it was because of this trap card that I was inspired to create this deck. And then we play the 3 Floodgate Trap Hole. As you all know how great of a trap card it is, it just shuts down the opponent's monster and keeps it there. So in our case, we want the opponent's monsters to stay put so that we can buy time and get all the cards that we need to put in place. And then we play the 2 Widespread Ruin. Now this, fam, I had a hard time debating between Widespread Ruin or Wall of Disruption. But the reason why I ended up going with Widespread Ruin is because, like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to be able to protect our resources, specifically our fusion materials, and if it came down to it, protect our Steam GYROID. Because again, if DD Warrior Lady pops up on the field, which it will most of the time, you know, I don't want to lose my GYROID specifically, because with GYROID, remember I said we can stall with it, right? So we need to stall with it as long as possible. But yeah, Widespread Ruin is just a personal tech choice, fam. You know, feel free to go with Wall of Disruption if you feel that's better, or whatever other card you want to go with. Shoot, I even contemplated Offerings to the Doomed. And then we play the 3 Steam GYROID, the star of the deck, the main focal point. Otherwise, if we don't have Steam GYROID, we're probably not going to be able to control the board and lock down the opponent. And then we play the 3 Jumbo Drill. We're only gonna summon 1 of these realistically, so this is just filler. But yeah, it's just nice to have that option. Now fam, it's time for the moment of truth. Where does this deck rank on the power scale? In my humble opinion, this deck is casual. Now, the reason why I say this is casual, fam, is because we are going to run into consistency issues, meaning we're not going to have the ideal opening hand sometimes wherein, you know, our end field is going to be Steam GYROID in GYROID Call. But like I mentioned earlier, fam, the deck's been built in a way that even if we don't open up ideally, we'll still be able to grind it out with the opponent until we get the right cards and pieces in place. And that's why this time around we're running 21 cards in this deck, so that we can see the pieces that we need sooner rather than later. But fam, don't let the consistency issues stop you from playing this deck, because I am telling you, being able to just say, I'm gonna negate that to your opponent, it's a very powerful feeling. It's like back in the day when we would activate Solemn Judgment. Oh my goodness, that would usually seal the victory for us, you know, or for whoever is activating Solemn Judgment. Oh, I guess I just wanted to relive some of that through GYROID Call. I'm telling you, it's fun. And speaking of fun, fam, just as a gentle reminder, as with my casual decks, don't expect too much from it, just have fun with it, alright? So there you go, fam, that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to hit the like button, helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already, subscribe to me, your Speed Duel bro. You're more than welcome to subscribe because 2 things. 1, I always play to win and I'll teach you how to win. And 2, if you love Speed Duels, I'm sure you'll love me too, your Speed Duel bro. Okay fam, that's it for now. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.